Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go play action with Wilson. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A first down carry by Elliott. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
On third down, Wilson. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
This may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. They'll run it with Jones. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. First down, Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play here for Dallas. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Prescott. He's got Jack Doyle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Flushed out right. But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they can at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to Rager.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there for Houston.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Screen play, McKinnon. Touchdown! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to...
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
That's where we are.
Coming coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6.
And always shot to tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. There the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Play action. It's Wilson. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Doyle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Snags it for the pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play here for Dallas. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Kareem Hunt,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Corey Ballantyne.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently. Just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Doyle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
2nd and short now following the fumble. Reception here by Ruggs.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Hunt.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kareem Hunt.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Uncorks one for Davis. And got his man complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Houston.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones taking it in from the 20. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Prescott on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Tony.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 56.
Now Prescott.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Henry Ruggs.
From 17 yards out.
And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Prater for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown, Houston.
Gabriel Davis.
56 yards.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Prescott looks to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
From the 31, Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Doyle.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Across midfield and down into Houston territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll run on first down. Hunt. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a 6th Super Bowl title. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Rager. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Throwing now is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. Flushed out right. This goes out right to Doyle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One last shot for Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. One last shot at the end zone. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy.